And now, the latest news, sports, and weather with Stephanie Allison and the entire Our City News team.
And you're watching Fitchburg Access Television's Our City News. Of course, more weather on the way. Don't quite put all that winter stuff back yet. Hats, gloves, and of course, keeping a shovel handy. Stay with us.
And now, the latest news, sports, and weather with Stephanie Allison and the entire Our City News team.
And of course, joining us right here, right outside Kimball Street Studios here at Fitchburg Access Television, our own correspondent, Our City News, Arissa Page. Great to see you, Arissa.
Great to see you, Glenn.
Yeah, so tell us more about what you do to prepare for storm.
Well, I like to prepare for these kind of days with a nice big hot pot of soup, you know, going out and buying stuff that I need for the storm, you know, great sandwich making ingredients. The old American peanut butter and fluff goes a long way and goes great with soup. So, yeah, I just like to hunker down and don't put away the gloves, don't put away the scarves just yet, don't pull out the stilettos yet. You know, just prepare, keep the gas tank full, you know, for the commuters, keep a charger, you know, extra blankets, sweater, keeping warm. And if there is a delay, you know, or you get disabled on the side of the road, make sure that you know that it's going to be a while before help gets there.
Great tips from our own Arissa Page, and now back to you.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Allison, live with you today. Welcome to Our City News, right here on FATV. One more blast of winter weather is on its way as we kick off the last day of March. It's Friday and the weather conditions are changing rapidly out there. The National Weather Service is reporting cloudy and colder temperatures with a bit of early snow, followed by heavier snow, sleet, and rain this afternoon. We could see accumulations of up to 8 to 12 inches in some areas. The current temperature is 33 degrees, winds are 5 miles per hour out of the east. The system will have plenty of moisture associated with this from the western Atlantic, which will bring moderate to heavy rain and snow to the region. The low pressure system is expected to pull away from the northeast on Saturday night. Let's go to our very own Glenn Fossa to see how conditions are out in the storm.
And we have a wintry mix right outside of Fitchburg Access Television Studios right here on Route 12. A wintry mix, of course, a little bit slippery. To our right and out our back door, DPW, the Department of Public Works, working very, very hard, getting some sand into the trucks to get them out here onto the roads. We are live streaming on Facebook, a new thing for Fitchburg Access Television. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Glenn. The DPW Commissioner, Lenny Laxo, released the information for the parking ban in effect for the city of Fitchburg. From 7 p.m. on Friday, March 31st to 11 p.m. Saturday, April 1st. Unitil plans on opening its System Emergency Operations Center Saturday, April 1st in response to the major winter storm impacting our city from Friday, March 31st to April 1st. Unitil's Media Relations Manager, Alec O'Mara, says, opening the Emergency Operations Center helps the coordination of crews and additional resources we utilize during major weather events. Unitil recommends that everyone prepare by having a few items at the ready. Flashlights and fresh batteries, a battery-operated radio and clock, bottled water, canned food, and a manual can opener, a list of important phone numbers, and a car charger for cell phones. And the most important is a first aid kit. For more information, you can visit www.unitil.com to get the latest updates. Even though we are this close to spring, it's still good to stay on top of your winter driving. Here's a quick reminder for all of us who are out there on the roads today in this awful storm. Tires on these slippery roads. Always have your headlights on during the bad weather and make sure those windshield wiper blades are working. Fitchburg's Historical Society is hearing some good news this week, all thanks to a $25,000 in grant money from the Massachusetts Cultural Council. The Fitchburg Historical Society has been located at the Phoenix Building at 781 Main Street since 2012. The building is an archive of area history and serves as a great resource for many to learn about the past. Designed by the famed local architect H.M. Francis, the building houses the museum, research library, and the Crocker Family Center. The grant money will continue the development and restoration of the building. $15,000 of the money came from the Douglas and Isabel Crocker Foundation, with the balance of $9,000 from the Rollstone Foundation, and $1,000 in grant money came from Historic New England. This month, you can see the Fitchburg Fire Department exhibit in our Historical Society. The exhibit will run until June 7th, so be sure to stop by and check it out. You can go to fitchburghistoricalsociety.org to find out more. Lots more to come right here after this.
Hello and welcome to FATV, Fitchburg Access Television. Each week we take pride in providing some of the best public access television programs in New England. From FATV live sporting events, city meetings, and school functions, to weekly shows such as Barbara and Youth, Inside and Discussing Fitchburg, Sports Weekly, Weekly Wellness, and Our City. Our dedicated staff of industry professionals and hard-working volunteers is here each week working behind the scenes, making it all happen. Besides on air, our programming is also shown live online, where you can see our shows in beautiful high definition. You can also search through our archive of past shows and watch anytime at your leisure. But did you know you can also be part of the action? Become a member of FATV, and you gain access to all the equipment, studio space, and classes that FATV has to offer. You can create your own show, volunteer for exciting live events in our studio, or all around the city in our high-quality mobile broadcast truck. The possibilities are endless. For a small fee, you can become an individual member. Or for a little more, you and a group of friends can become part of a rising trend in the future of television. From sports shows to news shows, civic events, and talk shows, you can be in the driver's seat by directing and even starring in your own production. Also, students are free. FATV staff can assist you by getting your new show up and running with professional industry standard equipment, TV studio time, and private editing suites. All you need are friends to help out, and before you know it, you will be on the air. So if you have a great idea for a TV show and want to share it with the world, stop by 175 Kimball Street, Fitchburg for a free tour of our facility. You can also contact us at 978-343-0834 or email us at info@fatv.org. Fitchburg Access Television, working together for a stronger community.
And Stephanie, I'm holding in my hand a ticket for the 21st Annual Boulder Awards, given, of course, by Fitchburg Access Television. This year, the recipient of the Boulder Award, Charles St. Amant, the editor of Sentinel Enterprise, and of course, many, many years of his great reporters doing news and giving information to our citizens here in the city. The event, of course, is Thursday, May 11th of 2017, cocktails at 6 o'clock, and then at 7, dinner. It's going to be a great time, but you've got to get your tickets now, and now is the time. So, back to you, Stephanie.
A new bridge is coming to Ashburnham Street right here in Fitchburg. City officials announced yesterday that $130,000 would go towards funding for much-needed bridge work. The money for the project is coming from a program created by Governor Charlie Baker. The Municipal Small Bridges Program was signed last August by Governor Baker. The $50 million program helps aid in the replacement and preservation of municipally owned small bridges, which are not eligible for federal aid programs. The city DPW employees worked hard to write the grant that won the funds from Baker's bridge program. Our own Glenn Fossa caught up with DPW Commissioner Lenny Laxo.
Caught up, of course, with DPW Commissioner Lenny Laxo, talking about the small bridge funding project. Lenny, great to see you. Just a few words on what this funding will mean for DPW.
Yeah, this is a new program just started this year by Mass DOT, where there are lots of small bridges throughout the state of spans between 10 feet and 20 feet that kind of fell through the cracks as far as funding goes. So They opened up this program, and we applied for a grant to fix a bridge on Ashburnham Street, which is in really bad shape, and so we're fortunate to get the funding, and we can get that bridge taken care of.
Fitchburg's on the move, up and rising. Glenn Fossa for Fitchburg Access Television, Our City News.
There's also been quite a buzz online lately about the Fitchburg Theater Block. City residents are curious to know what's going to happen now that Fitchburg State University has taken over the long-shuttered Main Street Movie House. The Fitchburg Theater is the last of its kind in the city that was once home to half a dozen stage shows and movie houses throughout the years. Now the last standing century-old survivor is showing a glimmer of hope, even after all the years of being silent. The university has invited the public to take part in a forum to talk about the Main Street building and its future. Many city residents have fond memories of seeing movies each week or even a live show on the once glorious stage inside the Art Deco Playhouse. Documentary filmmakers Rusty Tagliarini and Christina Matthews captured the interior of the decaying theater several years ago in this haunting footage. Now it's possible that new life will come to the last standing reminder of the theater heydays here in Fitchburg. Residents are invited to find out more on April 6th at 7 p.m. The public forum will be held at Kent Recital Hall in the Colin Fine Arts Building at 367 North Street. And we'll be right back with more right after this.
Some people rock and some people roll. Some will make you giggle right down to your soul. So talk to the world and introduce them to you. And look at me now, I'm on Barbara and you. You gotta take a step inside the shoes of another. Get to know your neighbor, get to know one another. So talk to the world and introduce them to you. And look at me now, I'm on Barbara and you.
Welcome back to FATV's Our City News. Correspondent Arissa Page has a great story from Fitchburg High School. Art students at the school are really getting some exposure for some of their very fine hometown works of art.
In the news from Fitchburg High School, art teachers Mrs. Lamy and Mrs. Cowett are pleased to announce that 20 FHS art students have been chosen to have their artwork entered into the annual Mount Wachusett Community College Art Exhibit. Their work is on display at the 34th Annual MWCC Regional Exhibition of High School of Art. The artwork will be on display in the East Wing Gallery at the college in Gardner, Mass. from Thursday, April 6th to Friday, April 21st. Congrats to all the talented artists here in our city. Back to you, Steph.
Thanks, Arissa, and welcome back. What an incredible storm out there. The snow is really coming down. We've got some great live camera shots that are right outside our Fitchburg studio right here. Looks like the roads are covering up and it's getting a little scary out there.
And of course, Our City News right here, streaming live on Facebook for the first time. We're really excited about this for our viewers. The wintry mix still coming down. As temperatures start to come down, we've got to be very careful about icing on our roadways. To my left, of course, right outside Fitchburg Access Television Studios on Route 12, Kimball Street, starting to get a little bit more slippery as some accumulation develops. To my right is just out back to the Department of Public Works. The Fitchburg Department of Public Works, who are working really hard to prepare for surface treating right now. And we caught up with Craig Cormier, who works for the Department of Public Works, and saw exactly an inside view of what they do to prepare for a storm. So we have the westbound train coming our way as well, right behind us here live at the Fitchburg Access Studios on 175 Kimball Street. The host of Sports Weekly just coming into the studio, of course, and Board of Director Alex Bogdasarian. Alex, great to see you. I don't think spring has completely sprung yet.
No, it hasn't yet. I mean, what's the calendar? I think spring officially begins in June. Is that right? I mean, the New England calendar is different than the regular calendar of the United States, yeah. I believe.
Well, you've certainly, you've got your Patriots hat on. It's almost like it's still football season.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, I figure Tom Brady must be suiting up this Sunday, right? Is that true?
Well, at least they found his jersey.
Yeah, they found his jersey.
I got to tell you, we want to be very, very clear about this. Look for cancellations as the temperature drops, more accumulation. Who knows what will happen? Stay with us right here. Fitchburg Access Television, Our City News. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thanks, Glenn, and hi, Alex. The Fitchburg Fire Department is looking for a head motor equipment repairman and emergency vehicle technician. If you or someone you know is interested in applying for the job, the applications are available at Fitchburg City Hall and the Human Resources Department at 166 Boulder Drive right here in our city. I want to say thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our first Facebook live stream. And keep up with all of the information from Fitchburg right here on Our City News. I'm Stephanie Allison, and have a great day.